Okay, so let's take a look at how you can plot the scatter plot in Python using Matplotlib library. So first thing what we'll do is we will open terminal. Then what we will do is we will start Jupyter Lab, right? Before that you need to have Jupyter install. You can do simply by going to pip install, then Jupyter, right? Or this recent new one, Jupyter Lab, right? You can also go through its official website. Once you install Jupyter Lab and voila and notebook, you will have to also install Matplotlib, right? Because that's what we are going to use within this particular scatter plot, right? Now what we can do, we can move on to a different drive where I can simply use Jupyter-Lab, right? I can also use Jupyter then space notebook. That would also work. This Jupyter Lab will open a new interface for opening the notebooks and accessing the R kernel, Python kernel for our plotting, right? So here you can see it opens the default browser and you will be given access to its dashboard. From there you can open the notebook, right? So say I want to open the notebook for Python, right? If you have R connected, it will also give you that option. So click on Python. Right now here, as you can see, you have option for your plotting, right? So first thing is we will be calling for import numpy as np. Then we will be also importing, so import matplotlib dot pyplot as plt, right? The next thing we are going to set x value to np's array function, right? So that function would be basically allowing us to use square bracket, and let's try and add a few items. So 3 8 5, then let's say 6, then 1, then 9, then maybe we can repeat with 6 7 or maybe 8, right? So 2 1 8, right? So like this I can also come up with some data for my array function, right? So here you will notice that it doesn't have this autocomplete within our notebook, so I will have to find out sooner or later. So for now I will just type in manually, right? So let's add a few more things, right? Then let's see. Okay, so we have our sample data. Next thing, we have figure that we are going to plot our subplots with, right? And then we are going to use scatter plot x set to x and then y set to y. So this ax dot scatter is what will plot our scatter plot. Then we will use plt show that will plot the figure, right? So if I select all of this and then hit this run button, or also I can alternatively use shift enter, right? So here you see invalid syntax. Okay, so as you can see I have double comma there, right? So let me select all of this and shift enter or press this run button, and it will go for one more thing. So matplotlib, right? A lot of mistakes are coming out right now, so I will have to run again. And there you go, the first scatter plot where we have our x and y axis along with these scattered points, right, based on our data, right. So we managed to get the first basic plot, right. There are a few changes we can make, like let's see, if I decide to edit this ax dot scatter, and within that I can choose the marker, right, within which I can simply use double quote, and inside which I can use this star symbol. And if I select all of this and run, that will also show that in place of the dots, right. So I can keep changing different symbols. For that we can also make use of some of the, let's see, those special symbols like latex. So let's see if that is possible. So after this equals to symbol, can use R, and then within single quote, right, within that single quote what I can do is $, / then club suit, then again $, right. So let's find out if this symbol from latex side plots this spade symbol, right. So now that we have learned how we can use custom marker along with the available symbols in our latex symbols, so next thing I can also change the color. So instead of marker I can simply use C for color, and then use equals to symbol, and within this double quote I can use red, right. So if I run this, it will change the default color to now red, right. Now I can also add some colors by group, right. So in that condition I can add, say, color equals to then np dot where. So I will have to plot a condition x less than 5 amount, only those we should add color to yellow, otherwise light blue, right. So let's see if that condition suffice. So we use c equals to color within our scatter function. So if I run this, let's try and find out. You will see the higher values will get this light blue, else they will be showing you anything below 5 will go for yellow, anything above 5 will get light blue, right. Now there is also one thing we can do, is we can add custom condition within this scatter function itself. So I will use c equals to, say, np dot square root, right. So we are just making things complicated. Now here x raised to double star, then 2 plus, then y raised to 2 star multiplied by 2, right. So here I can simply select all, run, and we have different colors in gradient this time, right. So let's revise this. We managed to draw basic scatter plot, then we changed the marker with custom symbol, then added latex symbol, then added color. Now we also added color based on group, and now gradient color. Now what you have want some sort of transparency. In that case can use alpha set to, let's say, 0.5, right. So if I run this, it should show you this transparent color for your values, right. So you can play with this. So let's say 0.5 to 0.2, 0.3, right. So at 0.3 it goes even more transparent, right. There is also border color. So with ax.scatter you have xy values, so let's go with that. For border color xy, and then see our color is white, right? Then we have comma h colors set to black, right? And then line width set to 1.245, anything. We'll just experiment with that. So if I select all, run, we have our border colors for those dots and everything is white, so it's more visible that way, right? So we have also seen transparency and border color for our markers. We can also change their size. So say if I use size, so S and then 200, it will be bigger. So let's run this and you have bigger markers, right? And you can also set the variable values for size. So let's say size set to, let's say, x to 25, and if I use s is equal to size, right? And if I run this time, you will notice that value of x would change the value of markers or these dots, right? So they are kind of scattered and easily visible based on value of x, right? One more thing that we missed is adding the legend to this plot, right? So to do that, what we can do, can add labels. Okay, so we can set points, right? And then next thing, we use plt dot legend, and within the function I want to set loc set to upper right, right? So this is the position for my legend. So let's say if everything goes correct. Okay, so I need to check what's possible. So our points seems to have caused the problem, right? Missing one required positional argument y, so I will have to draw y and then go for label, right? So let's run this and we have our points, and at the top you will notice there is a legend that sees we have a label of marker called points, right? You can change this and then you will notice it will also change this particular legend title as well, right? So this is your scatter plot in short, and now you learned how to create one using Python's Matplotlib, and that too in Jupyter's notebook.